Following are the ELI-te electronic lock indicator retrofit installation procedures. The ELI-te system is available for all FW35, FW33 low lube, and FW31 no lube top plates manufactured in 1997 or later. The ELI-te system is not compatible with FW3500 top plates manufactured prior to 1997. Be sure to order the correct ELI-te retrofit installation kit for your fifth wheel model, along with a retrofit drilling kit if required. Note: it is not necessary to remove all of the lock components or do a complete rebuild in order to complete the ELI-te installation. However, if you discover worn or damaged parts, a complete rebuild may be required. If your fifth wheel top plate has not been pre-drilled for ELI-te installation, you will first need to properly drill and tap the top plate. To begin, use a lifting device capable of lifting 500 pounds and remove the top plate from the mounting base. Place the fifth wheel upside down on a flat, clean working area or Holland rebuild stand TF04229-1. Remove and discard the retaining rings from both lock pins. Place the metal drill fixture over the lock pins, beginning with the up mark on the opposite side. Clamp the fixture to the fifth wheel. Note: correct positioning of all drilled holes is important for proper ELI-te system function. Drill both holes 5/8 of an inch deep with a number 1 0.228 inches drill bit. If you find it difficult to drill through the top plate, you may first use a smaller diameter drill bit. Be sure to follow up with the final number 1 drill bit size, however. Next, remove the fixture and place it over the lock pins, this time with the up mark visible. Again, drill both holes 5/8 of an inch deep with the number 1 drill bit. Remove the clamp and fixture when complete. Install the new retaining rings from the drilling kit. Now drill all 4 holes 5/8 of an inch deep with an F 0.257 inches drill bit. Remove the drilling chips from all the holes. Tap all 4 holes with a 5/16 18 tap. Be sure to use cutting oil when tapping the holes. When complete, remove any tapping chips from the holes. Next, using a lifting device capable of lifting 500 pounds, turn the fifth wheel top plate over. If you are using a Holland rebuild stand, simply rotate the fifth wheel in the stand so it is right side up. Ensure any excess grease is removed from the top plate. If your top plate is an FW33 low lube or FW31 no lube model, removal of the lube plates is recommended prior to drilling. Also, make sure the fifth wheel is properly supported to prevent movement during drilling. Locate the paper drilling template XA12151 included in the kit and flatten out any seams in the paper to ensure accuracy when locating drilling locations. Before placing the drilling template on the fifth wheel, cut out the hatch kingpin area as indicated on the template. This will aid in correct placement of the template. Place the drilling template on the fifth wheel, taking care to properly align the template for accuracy. Use tape to hold the template in place on the top plate. Next, use a center punch to locate each drill point on the top plate. You may now remove the template. Using a size F drill bit, drill each hole within 5 degrees of perpendicular. Each hole pair must be parallel in order to properly mount brackets on the underside of the fifth wheel. If you find it difficult to drill through the top plate, you may first use a smaller diameter drill bit. Be sure to follow up with the final size F drill bit, however. remove the drilling chips from all the holes. Tap all the holes with a 5/16 18 tap. Be sure to use cutting oil when tapping the holes. When complete, remove any tapping chips from the holes. Once your top plate has been drilled and tapped, you can begin the ELI-te installation. If you have not done so already, use a lifting device capable of lifting 500 pounds and remove the top plate from the mounting base. Place the fifth wheel upside down on a flat, clean working area or Holland rebuild stand TF04229-1. Note, for purposes of this video, we have removed most of the lock components. It is not necessary to remove all lock components before installing the ELI-te system, except where indicated in the following procedures. Ensure the underside of the top plate is clear of dirt and debris. Begin the installation by attaching the kingpin sensor flag assembly with 2 bolts from the kit as shown. Torque the bolts to 22 foot-pounds. Note, each bolt must be set to the proper torque setting when installing the ELI-te. You may torque each bolt as you go, or simply tighten each bolt at first, returning later to torque the bolts to their final settings all at once. Install the 2 warning light brackets using 2 bolts each as shown. Torque all 4 bolts to 22 foot-pounds. Next, install the 2 inspection light brackets using 2 bolts each as shown. Torque all 4 bolts to 22 foot-pounds. When installing the inspection light brackets, make sure they are oriented correctly. Each bracket should be aligned in toward the fifth wheel throat area, as shown here. Install the wire mount bracket using 2 bolts as shown. Torque both bolts to 22 foot-pounds. In order to install the cam sensor bracket, the lock nut on the end of the cam pivot bolt must first be removed. Please note you do not need to remove the entire cam bolt or cam assembly. Slide the cam sensor bracket onto the cam pivot bolt and secure it with the lock nut. Note, ensure that you have the proper cam sensor bracket in your kit. If the sensor bracket is stamped with the letter A, this indicates the bracket to be used only with the air release option of your fifth wheel. Torque the cam pivot bolt and nut to 65 foot-pounds. Next, we will begin the lighting and wiring harness installation. Note, when installing the lights and wiring harness, you can cable tie each item as you go, or first install all of the lights and wiring harness and complete the cable tie installations at the end as shown in this video. Begin by installing the logic box enclosure using 2 bolts as shown. Torque both bolts to 22 foot-pounds. Next, install the red LEDs onto each warning light bracket. Pass the separated light and grommet through the bracket. Install the grommet first, and then pull the light into the grommet. Ensure that the light and grommet are flush and secure. Install the 2 white LEDs onto each inspection light bracket. Pass the separated light and grommet through the bracket. Install the grommet first, and then pull the light into the grommet. Ensure that the light and grommet are flush and secure. Now begin the sensor installation. Install the cam sensor into the cam sensor bracket as shown. Use Loctite 243, blue in color, on the threads of the sensor. Note, the nuts already attached to each sensor are pre-positioned and locked in place at the factory. Do not attempt to move the pre-positioned sensor nuts. Next, install the kingpin sensor onto the kingpin sensor flag assembly as shown. Again, use Loctite 243 on the threads of the sensor. You can now go back and cable tie the lights and wiring harness in the following areas. Secure each red LED to the warning light brackets as shown. Secure each white LED to the inspection light brackets as shown. Next, secure the 5 cables coming from the logic box as well as the roadside LED cables to the top of the wire mount bracket as shown. Take care to move the yellow vehicle power cable out of the way. Secure the 4 cables going to the curb side of the top plate with a cable tie next to each lock pin. Do not include the yellow vehicle power cable in these bundles. Secure the 4 cables shown to the kingpin sensor flag assembly. Now secure the remaining 2 cables for the curbside white LED and kingpin sensor to the bottom of the kingpin sensor flag assembly as shown. Note, if the 5th wheel is to be used with a low-mount ILS slider bracket, then the cables should be routed underneath the brackets in order to avoid interference with the ILS slider release mechanism. Here you can see cables that have been properly routed underneath the brackets for low-mount ILS slider bracket installations. Lastly, secure the yellow vehicle power cable to the kingpin sensor flag assembly as shown. This completes the ELI-te electronic lock indicator retrofit installation.